Welcome back for another yummy update. So we are witnessing, friends, in general, we have horrible crypto price structure with BTC being poop. I want to show you as well, CoinMarketCap, they have a fear and greed index themselves. And they've said basically for theirs ones, look at this. We've had the last time, so we had fear. It was 3 days in a row. It was during the Trump tariff tantrums. In Q1 of 2025 this year, or March, April, which is right here. And there was 3 days where we had the fear. Right now, we're on day 5 of extreme fear. Fear. 5 days in a row. Extreme fear. So, like, even if, that's why a lot of people calling for crypto bear market, saying crypto winter's here. A lot of people saying, yeah, it's over. Even though a lot of those people, they are in total disregard of anything that shows the price up. It's kind of funny, like they're basically this. It's interesting to think about. They've all decided it's definitely a bear market. It's definitely winter. It's definitely over. Therefore, I don't buy at any price. I don't buy at any price. Their prices are literally 75, 70, 65, 60. Yeah, they're waiting for the 4-year moving average, which is a 200-week moving average. That's what everyone. That's what they're all waiting for as well. I want to show you this as more yummy updates, friends. So the US Fed has actually tweeted about a balance sheet expansion. Okay, so obviously some context for you as well. If you go back and you actually look at my OTHERS-btc, you see right the US Fed, their balance sheet. Okay, when they end, so that's when they do QT, right? The QT, their balance sheet goes down, and now they're stopping it. Okay, last time they stopped it, it caught the bottom of OTHERS-btc. And they're stopping it right now. So this thing is actually obviously going to hopefully go up. We wanted to go up fast, but Lynn Olden thinks it's going to be slow and methodical because of stagflation. But check out what the US Fed is tweeting. Stephen Medan. This morning I spoke about regulatory dominance of the Fed's balance sheet. For all the talk about fiscal dominance, the truth is the Fed is forced to take actions on the balance sheet due to the regulatory framework binding banks. Whoa. So, we have Jeremy saying we're going to go to negative interest rates soon. Maybe so. I don't know. Does this mean does this mean taking power away from the Fed? No, Mr. Crypto Arnie. Mr. Crypto Animal. What this means, friend, is, okay, what I'm going to do is let's play some PUBG music. We need some PUBG music, okay? What it means is, okay, part of this deep state programming, okay? The Fed is going to act like, oh, we have no power. The regulation with banks, you know, we can't do this stuff out here. It's actually building into CBDC. Okay, so you already see like they're writing essays about, oh, we don't have all the power. We need to directly micro help, manage people, give money directly to people and toggle their rates and stuff. Hey, we need more power. That's pretty much, that's this early start. This is what it is. They've been talking about this for a long time, okay? So that's what it comes down to, right? And then you even have Raoul Pal replying, quote, tweeting back. As expected, the groundwork is being laid to move liquidity operations from the Fed to the Treasury to allow more direct control over the funding of debt and the rollover of it, using the banks as the conduit and the issuance of bills as the mechanism for liquidity injections. This is essentially state and politically managed debasement via fiscal dominance, removing the supposed non-political check and balance of an independent central bank. There he goes. Okay, so it's pretty much US government gets to control stuff. It is, like I said, removing this independence. It's basically CBDC controlling money. It's all moving towards that. Okay, that was pretty much what it's that's a directional path. Every crypto KOL and many, there's so many people saying it's over. Not just over from here. They're saying, oh, you're going to get a relief balance. That's still over. Here we have Shito Larsens. You're in denial. Ha 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 ha. You're in denial. So I've written here, everyone wants you to sell with them. They do. Could be in denial, bro. Could be in denial. We all could be in denial. Okay, yes. 4-year bear market becomes 5-year bear market, etc. We could be in denial. Maybe the Fed is gonna keep tightening. You know, we could be in denial. That could happen as well. Maybe they're not gonna cut rates. Maybe they're gonna hike rates. Maybe Donald Trump. Maybe he's not gonna add. Maybe he's not gonna give a $2,000 tax dividend to bribe everybody next year. Maybe he's gonna tax them an extra $2,000 more. We could be in denial, but I'm staying long, okay? I'm staying long. It's kind of funny. Dr. Pandorum, we love your post, sir. Well, considering I have videos appearing on my YouTube feed telling me how to short Bitcoin in this bear market to make money, it's very telling everyone is saying bear market, barely a month from the all-time high. Yeah, sir, that's it. That's it. And we also have, oh, someone is VG4. He DCA bought more Hex. Everyone's saying excellent. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Pandora. Mr. Doctor. That's right. It is true. They're all selling you something. Like CTO Larson, he sells an indicator. He sells a course. I know he gives the indicator for free, yada, yada. But you get it. There's a product or service there to trade. It's trading. Okay, it's trading. You know what the results are for trading, right? Trading's 1%. 1% win rate. So, you know, look, markets can go down, of course. It can be the start of a bear market. It could be the start of a bear winter. It could be. It could be. I just want to tell you those with factual confidence. 99% of traders lose their money. Okay? 99% out of 100 people, 99 open up a trading account in 12 to 24 months. They have less money than when they started with. Okay? They have less money when they started with. And then what's the response? Oh, I'm in the 1%. Okay. Show me. Show me that you're in the 1%. Show me. Show me you outperformed for 5 years to 10 years. Show me the trading results. They don't have one. What most people will do is they will show you a carefully filtered or selected strategy. They go, oh, this strategy outperforms. Habib, we know. Just everyone's free to do what they want. Everyone's free to do what they want. Bitcoin short-term buyers are all down. Bitcoin short-term buyers are all down. So this is wild, friends. 95% of all the Bitcoin bought in the last 155 days are now underwater. This is higher than zombie virus, which was 92%, and higher than FTX, 94%. Whoa. Whoa, 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 man. Literally everyone's offside. They're all selling. They're all selling. Okay. What does that tell us about the future? It's not everything. But yeah, here we have Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech, friends, he covered PulseChain in his video as well. I'll just play it a bit.
PulseCans know all about that. Guys, PulseCans and Hexagons, you're in another cycle now to recover. You're not gonna recover, but in the cycle, good luck. Good luck, good luck. Someone else, will you guys? I will not sacrifice.
So he also said, he says PulseChain's not recoverable for investors. He says it has horrible tokenomics. And he says PulseChain and Hex have no chance at recovery in here, maybe next cycle out here. My strategy is I see cheap prices, I hold. Okay. We've seen it work before. We've seen it work with communities. Kind of funny. Zcash didn't even have a community and it still worked for that as well. XRP definitely worked. Okay. And it's on the way to working continuously. Okay. That's another thing to think about. That's my strategy. I see cheap prices. I see depression. And I don't see any weak hands. I'm not getting out. Okay. My goal is to buy low, sell high. Yeah, there's a waiting period in between. Could be very long. I know it's been the longest ever. Everyone's now questioning literally every fabric of what we call cycles and everything out here. Everyone thinks, oh, next thing's going to be all new things and stuff. We will see about that. Dr. Panjorum, if there's one thing I've gained from the past year, it's an intense hatred for 90% of all the crypto KOLs. Yeah, friends, I think what we've seen as well, I know you've seen people come out with extreme confidence. Oh, we're definitely going lower. I'm selling. Trump's going to cause a recession. They're out. Then after it recovers, they're silent. Only after it's like super bullish. Hey, now we're bullish again. And then they just, oh, we've gone down 3 times ATR, which is, friends, it's taken a loss. I'll just show you as well. Friends, I want to tell you something, okay? Did you know, okay, tighter ATRs, let me just show you this, okay? Let me show you. Some people, they'll sell an indicator. It's tighter ATRs. Look at this, 2.5 ATR. They sold on the Trump tariff tantrum. They did, okay? Look when the trend flipped green again. Look how much higher. Okay, friends, you have to buy. So you're selling Bitcoin at 78. You are buying it at 108. So you have now lost already. You've lost 28% of your coins. So if you sold one Bitcoin, you can only buy back 0.72 up here. And then they're long. And look what happens. Now it's confirmed red as well. Look at this. You are now selling as well. You have now lost another 12% of your coins. You've now lost 12%. Now you're back into USD. You're down 12% again. All right. So when this thing flips bullish, okay, look, maybe the super trends here. You never know. If this thing flips bullish, you have to buy it back at 116. All right, or 118, which means you have lost 20% of your coins again. So you lost 28% and then 20%. Like you started on Bitcoin, now you got 0.6. I'm literally showing you, this is what happens, man. There's no free lunch here. If you're using this big trend stuff, these things are snapping and breaking, okay? You can't just do this like infinitely. When Bitcoin was just had heaps of retailers, and a lot of people participating, you're like, yeah, literally retailers, it was more smooth with the super trend stuff out here. It's not so easy though. So I'm just telling you, there's no free lunch. There is no like the one magical indicator that you can just go plop on, which is gonna get you to basically outperform everyone. As I showed you before as well, we have Jim Crmaer tweeting that it feels like a cabal is trying to keep Bitcoin above $90,000, which is funny. Does that mean the cabal is also trying to really keep it under that as well? Crypto's longest extreme fee in 3 years. Crypto Fear and Greed Index still at 15, marking 8 days of brutal extreme fear. This is the official Fear and Greed Index. That Fear and Greed Index, it's trash. It is trash. It's pretty much non-random, but I think what people do is like, it's why? Because it's a daily chart. Okay, if you really want statistical stuff, you got to go into the higher ones, the weeklies, the monthlies, but it is interesting, man. Like, here's the thing, right? It's good for, I guess, local stuff. It's okay for local stuff. Doesn't tell you like the bottom's in forever or anything out here, but yeah, it's now the longest extreme fear streak since FTX collapse. Damn, man, longest extreme fear since FTX collapse. Damn. Jim Crmaer, even after all of this destruction, we are not oversold. So he's obviously talking about stocks. Stocks out here. Remember, it's a believers only cycle. This is OTHERS-btc, man. Like, you just like, you know, friends, you know, if this thing goes, you already know, right? Friends, you know, just, I will tell you with 100% confidence, okay? No KOL is buying altcoins. You know this, mark this in your mind right now. Okay. Even if OTHERS-btc goes up, as long as Bitcoin's under 125K, they're saying it's still a bear market. They're not going to touch it. So it is gearing up for a total disbelief run. That is like 100% disbelief. As in, I can't believe alts are strong when Bitcoin's in a bear market. That's that disbelief part. That's, you know, friends, that's what this disbelief actually comes from. In the stock market, stocks bottom out before the data turns. So there's, you know, recession, you know, the data keeps getting bad, unemployment rate, GDP, stocks are bottomed out. They've already started rallying. And then 6 months later, the GDP data bottoms out. Yeah. Why is it called a disbelief run? Because stocks are going up and everyone's like, why is this thing going up? It's stupid. It should be going down. I mean, they're in disbelief. They're like, no, we're in a recession. You shouldn't be going up. I can't believe you're going up. We're in a recession. That's stupid. It's going to keep going down. This is expensive. Look, then they say, oh, look at this daily RSI. Look at this. Look at that. We're in a bear market. This thing, that's the disbelief run. Okay. We don't know if we're going to get that, but like, it has all the hallmarks of it. We've gotten literally every single person's out all over crypto. Friends, you know, just tell you now, if I go to YouTube, I haven't seen a single person say buy the dip. Not one. All I've seen is every single KOL say, don't buy the dip because it's going to keep dipping. What do you think is going to happen? Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.